began the search
Oh, it's
for other
updating.
possibilities, other realities very far from what planet Earth was once, seeking our survival.
Alright,
Nice.
I've got like 10 minutes on that.
Well, I'm watching the story currently, so this is good. This is some fucking
Describe it to
harrowing
me
shit
so I can
right now.
skip it.
So I don't know. I guess humanity got fucked over, and they looked for new realities far from
Yeah,
Earth
they did.
to like fucking figure out where to survive. And this guy got this tube, and now he's rocketing through the cosmos. We're going to the Rayon planet. The fantasy world is what it's called.
Like the fantasy zone from old Sega games.
They said the creatures doesn't like our presence. A bunch of fucking monsters.
Fantasy zone.
Lethal, voracious creatures whose sole purpose is our extinction.
How do you feel about Mark and the Bat? Chunk.
Fucking weird. Like, I don't hate it. Like, it's fucking just strange.
Where's that Batman movie?
Yeah. Movie, yeah.
I've been a bat for so long.
I've been a bat for so long. Fucking killed me as soon as I see it. I was like, what?
I used to have a crush on you. You used to be sexy, powerful.
Some weirder than we could
Now,
have ever imagined.
not so much. Did you play any of Hot Wheels Unleashed since it's been available?
No. You?
A little, and I just bounced right back out of it. It's not at all bad.
Well, this game was a straight, would have been a good straight up Spooktober game. You literally just fight monsters.
I guess it's December week.
Decemberween.
December week.
Live or die battle royale.
December week.
Oh yeah, let's check out the history. History and background. A philosopher once said many centuries ago that humans are selfish by nature, and that the more they have, the more they want. By Anonymous. Centuries later, humans continues its inexorable pace, consuming all the natural resources of the planet, and until the time has come when the situation is unsustainable. The big corporations, seeing the continuous degradation of the planet, began to work on options to leave this world when the time came, or failing that, take drastic measures. So they spent billions of dollars creating new technologies to escape routes from Earth. I feel like the billions of dollars doesn't really matter so much like when the Earth itself is getting destroyed, you know what I mean? But I guess.
What about their bottom line, though?
Yeah, but you're right.
Like, I'm a little worried about the shareholders.
Yeah, the shareholders, how are they gonna get that money back,
They're gonna be able to get another yacht this year, right?
Yeah. Please. For the love of God, can the yacht fit in the escape pod? They need it.
Can we just get rid of, the escape pod meant for minorities? Just fill it with more yachts?
Just a bunch of yachts.
I don't want to be lost in space without my yachts.
Where's my fucking yachts? Sir, we can only bring one yacht. I have 10 yachts and I won't part with a single one of them. Okay, here we go. The new generation of satellites was developed, quantum mechanics was investigated, and it was found that it was possible to transport matter from point A to point B through a wormhole regardless of distance, as Einstein predicted. But until technology has been able to corroborate his hypothesis, centuries have passed and it has been necessary for humanity to be on the verge of extinction to bring those advances to light. Initially, a network of satellites and unmanned space flights was created to explore nearby solar systems. A solar system suitable for life was discovered and called the Aldebaran solar system. It was not difficult to send Renaissance probes and satellites. The surprise is that life already existed on those planets. Although these native inhabitants were very different from human, basically the problem on Earth was overpopulation and scarcity of resources. What the fuck is that sentence? What? The surprise is that life already existed on these planets, although those native inhabitants were very different from humans. Basically the problem on Earth was overpopulation and scarcity of resources. Nothing to do with the other fucking sentence. Alright, just tacked it on at the end there. According to scientists, for the planet to recover, the current population should be reduced to 5% of the total at that time, or there would be no yachts to feed the rest. So the big corporations with Exelia at the helm decided on their own, and without taking into consideration the opinion of the governments, to carry out a plan for the survival of that 5%. The idea was to make a natural selection and the only strongest would survive, but it had to be fair and each individual should be on equal footing with the rest. Oh my god, okay, so this is where this kicks in. So it was decided to create the survival fights in places enabled for it. No one was
attacking it.
No one was forced to participate in this selection. Participation was voluntary, though the choice between starving or fighting to survive another day was simple. These events could not be carried out on Earth due to total disagreement between the Alexia Corporation and the current governments. So location would be chosen on some habitable planets in the Aldebaran solar system. In principle, 3 suitable planets were chosen for it: Hypati, Tidawin, and Rion.
Tidawin.
Tidawin.
My home planet.
Yeah. Over the time, people began to know them as Prehistoric World, a Fantastic World, and a Strange World, respectively. Okay. So Prehistoric World, I guess, has got dinos, right? Like that one I get. Sure. A Fantastic World, fantasy creatures, perhaps? Like, maybe that's what that would be. A Strange World? A Fantastic World and a Strange World. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like, what is a
what's a fantastic world?
I don't know.
Due to their peculiar characteristics and inhabitants. So the hopefuls, to save their lives, could choose the planet they believed would offer them more options to survive. Some senior officials and directors of the Exelia Corporation had certain privileges and could choose their attire or clothing, because it was understood that clothing did not influence equal opportunities among applicants. The way to go to the planet was only one way, because once teleported to that planet, there was no technology to return. So once you arrived on the planet, the only option was to pass the selection, in which you would have to kill 19 other people to save their own lives and stay there to live on the colony. So they sent them to the colony, and then they're like, you need to kill at least 19 people, and then you can just live in this shit colony.
Yeah.
Okay. The teleportation process was based on the decomposition of the molecules of the individual and mapping it with its reference genetic map to subsequently reconstruct the organic structure according to the genetic map and the conditions of the chosen destination planet, with which the appearance physics may vary, but conscience is maintained because the brain's neural network maintains its links in the process. However inexplicable it may seem to do this, it was necessary to serialize all the DNA strands of each molecule. It has been discovered that each molecule in the human body has bridge change between them, and that unequivocally established with which molecule was initially next to another before separating them. So it was possible, due to the new generation of quantum processors, to determine the number of molecules that make up a person and where each molecule is, thus making it possible to put all the molecules back together as they were before the decomposition. Fucking okay. Initially, the individual is introduced into a capsule where magnetic fields break the atomic bonds. The individual becomes a mass of plasma that is precisely what is sent to the remote transponder on the destination planet. Currently, teleportation technology is a bit rudimentary, and it is not possible to transport compact blocks of matter. First, you have to break down all the tissue into molecules, and send each molecule separately, one after another, to the destination. Once the mass of plasma has reached its destination, according to Einstein's theory, each molecule appears in the relative position that was initially next to each other, and since the magnetic field that kept them apart no longer exists, the atomic bonds tend to reattach. Unite the atoms, and these, the particles, the DNA chains, the cells, the tissues, and the complete individual. The process is sometimes not perfect, and there are some failures in the transport, but in general, if the process is completed well, the secondary effects are admissible under the circumstances. Once the planet, each individual was responsible for his life and initially only had a knife to defend himself. It was possible to use firearms, but first they had to be found. If for some reason the candidate was about to die, the laboratory offered him a last resort that the participants called the potion, which is nothing more than a genetically modified virus that saves him from dying, but that transforms him into a homosaur.
What's a homosaur, bro?
A kind of mixture between human and reptile. Some candidates preferred to die rather than become a monster. As always, each aspirant is free to do what he wants with his life, but if it is used, there is no going back and the effects are permanent. The participants who survived the procedure were promised that they would be able to stay in the colony of the planet they had chosen. However, survival on those planets wasn't easy either because the planet's natives were very hostile. But it was still better than starving on Earth, so thousands of people accepted the screening, and the winners settled in colonies on the planet, those new planets. Thus began the fights to the death. 20 candidates entered and only one remained. This is how the population of the Earth began to decline. However, this will be the process of many years until reaching that 5% of the inhabitants of the Earth that were there today. Even so, the process has been going on for several years and is believed that it will last for many more years. I like that they took 2 bottom paragraphs of this to go ahead and explain how, like, fucking warping somebody to another planet would, like, fucking work out scientifically. It's like, bro, I don't need that in a fucking free-to-play battle royale game. You don't need to fucking tell me how warp works. Like, fuck.
I don't need any of that.
Okay, so prehistoric world is locked and fantastic world is locked. All I got is strange world. Can I do anything yet? Can I play with my buddy? Are you going to allow me to?
I can buy characters.
Nice. How? Where the fuck are you at for that?
I just hit start.
I'm in all kinds of bullshit right now. It wants me to adjust the brightness. It wants me to do some other bullshit.
Hit start.
I don't know what to do. Yeah, they got control, sounds, graphics, game. Strange world. I can travel to strange world.
Yep.
Mutant, male zombie, ghoul, slug, scavenger, Mr. Piggy, armored spider, raccoon, were-cockroach, Goliath, mutant assassin, Helldog, Ripper, Wendigo, abomination, female zombie, burn zombie, were-spider, nightmare, Calico.
I like the were-spider.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess just travel to Strange World? Raider, Mercenary, Assault Soldier, Survivor, Pest Control, Delta, Condemned. Okay. What I want is just to send out an invite.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, bro. I'm going to the crematorium 9 of 9.
Oh, I have so many coins, what the fuck?
Yeah. I wasn't able to buy anything though, despite having 99,000 coins.
You didn't buy a character?
I wasn't able to.
Oh.
It was just like L2, buy it, yes, accept, didn't buy it. So I just
Oh
did
yeah, I fucking see, yeah.
Can I buy them?
Doesn't matter, no.
I don't. It doesn't seem like it.
Terminator mode. Okay.
Nope, there's no Terminator mode yet, it's locked.
Battle Royale, Acid Lake. Oh, yeah.
My loading bar is... I don't know how to describe how slow it's going.
I see mine. I see mine.
It's like the inverse of Sonic the Hedgehog.
What the fuck is this? Like,
is this their way of saying there's no games? There's nothing to load.
I'd love that, honestly. They're just like, yeah, we didn't want to. We didn't want to say anything about this, but no, there's not a game here to play, so.
I did try to go to buy coins to see if I had to like exchange them, and it like tried opening the store, and the store wouldn't load either.
Oh.
So, I think this might just be dead and over, dude. We downloaded an impossible to play game.
We'll see, we'll see. I think my bar is slowly going up.
Mine's not. It's the smallest little. It's it's nothing.
You want to look this game up? See if it died?
No. But I will.
Died.
Is live, die, or dead? Months ago. So has anybody tried Live or Die? I noticed that Live or Die was a new free game on the PSN store and was wondering if anyone has tried it. First response, it looks awful.
Fair.
Second reply, it is horrible. I knew it was going to be bad from the trailer, but wow. Assuming you can even get in a match, of course. The gameplay is dead simple, stupid. Enemies have almost no logic, they just move towards whatever is closest. They maybe attack once they get close, and that's about it. So, the game is terrible. The game has the worst UI I've ever seen.
The premise is insane.
Yeah, it seems like a really weird thing to exist.
Who made it?
I have no idea. Live or die. Shitty game. Loft Game Studio.
so weird. Like, why? Why try this?
Yeah, my load bar hasn't moved at all.
I think mine has.
Oh, I can't even back out. I'll turn the game off and try one more time, but
Hilarious.